Hi Tom, bit of a different performance this week to last.
Yeah, because it was a friendly again, we were obviously experimenting with formation and personnel. I thought everybody again didn't sort of let themselves down. There were at times when I thought we could have been a bit more clinical, and certainly we did sort of at the end get a bit tired, I think, and even though we did bring on a lot of people, we perhaps got a little bit disorganised. Some people didn't know exactly what they were doing and they sort of lost heart, and I don't think they perhaps gave it as much effort as they should have done at the end.
I mean, it's a bit surprising because we are very used to playing on 3G, and 4-1 is a bit of a hammering. I mean, where are the main weaknesses?
Well, 4-1 you say, of course it was 4-1, but it was 2-1, it's a very tight game going into the last 5 minutes. Obviously, you know, it's one of those things where you think, do we go for it and try and get an equaliser? And that's obviously what we did by putting another man up front. Downside to that is they've got some very quick lads on the break. I think both goals were coming from wide positions, long balls over the top, and no, we just failed to deal with it. Because I think in the first half the defence was pretty solid.
But in the second half, we think it was the defence which let us down.
No, as I said, we only conceded the one goal in the second half, which before those two which I've just mentioned, which was really not the defence's, it wasn't their fault at all. It was just a cracking long-range shot that Andy and the defence couldn't have done anything about. But obviously we just need to concentrate for the full 90 minutes, and goals like that at the end won't go in.
I mean, you started very well in the first match, managing the team to a victory, and then in the second one, obviously, come straight back down to earth with a loss. I mean, what are you going to do differently in the third match?
Well, in the first match, I think it didn't flatter us, but it was a very close game, the first one, and we did well to win it. On another day, we would have lost it. Whereas on another day, today, we could have even got at least a point. I'm not saying we deserved a point on the performance today, but yeah, we're just going to have to, as I said I think last week, I said we need to do some work on set pieces. That wasn't particularly the problem today. I think, as I said before, a lot of long balls over the top, and on 3G, the bounce is pretty difficult to deal with a bit of wind. It was a hot day. I think the fitness needs to be improved as well, because lads were getting tired, which they shouldn't really be necessarily. We did have a lot of changes, so it's not like most players didn't get a full 90 minutes. And obviously we had a few injuries, which isn't good.
So, managed 2 games now. What's the hardest thing about it?
I think it's picking the lads up when the heads go down, which is quite difficult. In the first half it was okay, we were only 1-0 down, we were still in the game. We got the equaliser, but then when that second went in, it was a real sucker punch. On the break, we were all over them then. I thought that was the best period of play we had. You know, just from the kick-off almost in the second half. Obviously Rob missed that chance, but then we got that good goal from Harry. And after that second for them went in, we didn't really create enough, I don't think. We never quite got on top again.
And just finally, so I mean, managing for you, it's not something that you've done before. I mean, is this how as you always expected it, or and are you looking to change anything going forward, just as a manager, and how you actually manage the team?
Certainly, I'm learning every week. I mean, I've only done it 2 weeks now, but even though you could say I've learnt a lot from the win, I've probably learnt more in defeat today. It's quite difficult making sure everyone's in the right positions. That's one thing, and everyone's happy. And everyone's having a good game as well as wanting to win. And of course, in a friendly, you're okay with that one. It's no disgrace, you know, losing a couple at the end, trying to win the game. But in a league game, of course, you know, you've got to say, would you do the same thing? But yeah, certainly I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to the next game. And in that game, we'll probably try a few different things, because we've seen up front perhaps is our weak spot as well. If we don't have John T, we do struggle for goals. And I'm looking to try and solve that, really.
Well, looking forward to. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.